Hey there, it's Joan. I just thought I'd give you a quick overview of how to navigate the mypltw.org website for our course. So I went to my.pltw.org and I logged in using my username and password. This is the main screen, and you have courses, professional development, store, community, grants, and help. If yours is a little different, that's okay. What you really need is courses, professional development, and community. Let's look at courses first. When you click on courses, the library loads. Depending on how many courses you have taught with Project Lead the Way or how many that will come up. So I've been teaching a while. I have a whole bunch of courses here. What we're looking at for what we're learning right now, our summer core training, is located right here in Project Lead the Way Professional Development. If you click on this tab, you'll find Introduction to Engineering Design PLTW Core Training. That's the course that you're taking right now. So we'll click on this. When you scroll down just a little bit, there's a welcome, a training agenda and learning goals, Project Lead the Way core training resources. You'll see that there are 20 blocks. We will meet for 10 days, Monday through Friday, for 2 weeks, and each day we will try to look at 2 blocks, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Today was Monday, so we did block 1 and block 2. We didn't complete it all, but we'll take a look at it tomorrow morning. Tuesday, we'll look at block 3 and block 4. Each day, we'll look at 2 more. Let's take a quick look at block 1. If I click on block 1, it has an overview where we're looking at launching into design. There's some information on how you can prepare before you attend your training each day. How do you prepare for block 1? And then there's your agenda. We try very hard to stick to the agenda, but sometimes we fall a little behind. We'll always make it up the next day. So 2 hours, we will meet together in the cohort connection. That's in the morning. And then we'll take a break around 11 and do It's Your Turn, where you leave Zoom and you work collaboratively and independently for 2 hours on your own. So let's take a look at that first part. 2 hours, cohort connection. That's 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the Eastern Time. So now, when we click on cohort connection, we tried to look at this morning. We covered most of it. We meet as a whole group. We have our introductions. There's a box here that says record the collaboration tool link that your master teachers share. We have that in our shared Google Drive. So you could put the link in yours and it will save for you. You can also expand this box and add notes. And the next time you log in, you'll be able to see it. Then we looked at the student curriculum, the teacher guide, and the general student resources. That takes you back out into the main course selections, which I'll go over after this. But you could just click here and access them easily. We looked at the instant challenge where we had to break through a piece of paper. You guys did great with that. And that was in our breakout groups. We looked at the design process and the instant challenge library. For the breakout group, we didn't get a chance to get into the IQ kit specifically, but we did look at a picture of some of the materials in the kit. So they're right here. And this is activity 1.1.1. where the students are attempting to create a beanbag and a way to launch it. So we looked at question storming, where we brainstorm by asking questions. And then you have your submission items. So at the end of each block, you'll have a submission form. This is block 1. At the end of block 1, you'll have something to submit. When you see this blue symbol, that means something you're doing at this time will appear on your submission form. So it says to take a picture of your group's brainstorm documentation and insert it into submission form 1. If you happen to have had it open during the class, you can put it in your form, but you can always do it later. And we took a look at 1.1.2, iterate and redesign. And this is when the students are tasked to relook at the launching tool they made and try to get their beanbag to land at a similar distance repeatedly. And then it has some information on doing Excel spreadsheets. Towards the end of this, we're taking a look at finding ways to communicate with each other outside of class before we take a break and go into It's Your Turn. So this is the part around 11 a.m. where you click down below, It's Your Turn. And this is something you can work on your own or with a partner from the class. Sometimes it helps to work collaboratively. We're looking for you to explore the general prep and considerations, the metacognition, the course reading strategies, the universal principles of design, and career connections. These are all in the teacher guide for you to read at any time at your leisure. We just wanted you to be able to locate them and take a quick look. We also wanted you to look at the collaboration tool, which is a Google Doc in our shared drive, and to review 1.1.1, Design as a Process, where they have the beanbags, and the teacher resources. And then you could see if you could add some ideas underneath that heading in the collaboration tool. This is an optional tool for you to use to share ideas with each other. And here are some questions to help guide you. The next part, so there's nothing to submit, for 1.1.1 here. It's just items for you to review, to look at, locate, and review. For steps 3 and 4, they're looking for you to look at 1.1.2, iterate and redesign. So we look for this is the student course and this is the teacher course, and they give you information on the same activity. We'd like for you to navigate to the community and put a post in there. So these questions are already located. You'll see Joan posted the question, and it'll have this one separate from this one, and then separate from this one. Underneath there, we'd just like for you to comment or review or respond to someone else who has made a post. The community is a good tool to share information with your colleagues. I will show you how to navigate there in just a minute. For activity 1.1.3, concept sketching, we're going to go over it on Tuesday. And we wanted you to take a look at it before you get there. Some of you have done some amazing work already. Completing steps 1 to 4, creating a couple of sketches. And then steps 5 through 7, we're looking for you to trade your work with someone else and have a discussion. See what could be changed or what you're looking for in a sketch designed to get your ideas onto a paper. There's a submission item. You'll see the blue symbol again. Take a picture of your revised sketch. This is after you've had a peer review it, and your comments, and then submit it into the submission form. You can put a reasoning why it was helpful and what revisions it helped you to make. We really tried to do this in the classroom with the students. It helps them look for best practices. For step 8, we're looking for you to take a quick look at the career connections and reflect on the introduction of career connections in activity 1.1.3. You can locate career connections at the top of this page, right here. I'm going to go back down. For this one, they also ask you to make a community post. There are 3 questions here: creative ways, considering how you can enrich the experience of your students, and how can you differentiate career connections for students not specifically interested in engineering. So those will be in the community for you to post. And then we want you to go back to submission form 1 to make sure all your items are completed. So we have a few community posts here. There's 2 here. We're going to navigate there so we can see where they go, and we'll take a look at submission forms as well. So if I go back to the home page and I log into community by clicking the Ferris wheel, Here we go. Now I'm looking for IED Original 8. This is just us, 22 members. Only the people in your class are here. I'm going to click on this tile. And as you scroll down, you'll see posts by me, and there might be some by Bill in the future, but these are posts by me that have the very same questions that you saw in the It's Your Turn. So you can answer right underneath here, and then you would have finished that portion. And all you have to do is click on underneath, comment, and you can add your comment in there. And let's go back to It's Your Turn. So we finished block 1. That's all of block 1. I'm still in It's Your Turn. I'm going to go to the bottom and click down to block 2. Block 2 is what we tried to start to do for the afternoon session today on Monday at 2. We have our agenda and how to prepare. So we have 1.1.4, targeting success using data. That was precision and accuracy. 1.1.5, we did not get to just yet, but we will. And that's the carnival game, and that's fun. We'll take a look at it tomorrow morning. So it might be difficult for you to do the next part, but we'll take a look and see what we can do. All right, in block 2, we looked at targeting success using data. And we took a look at steps 7 through 14 while omitting steps 13. And this is the spreadsheet where it has some sample launch data and then the sample data spreadsheet. Here is some more information on the teacher resource guide in 1.1.4. And I will show you how to get there in just a moment. There's also some information here on using formulas in Excel. There we go. For a submission item on Form 2, because we're in Block 2, we're going to look at Submission Form 2. And this is a notification that you're going to have to add some information here using the sample data that was provided. Part 3 is the whole group, and this is 1.1.5, Design a Game. We weren't able to get to this today because of time, but you could take a look at this before tomorrow, and we'll take a look at it in the morning. You can type in your own breakout group number here, and that whichever group you're in, this saves for you. So tomorrow we're going to look at this, and depending on which group you're in, you're going to answer the question that goes with the number of your group. So if I'm in group 6, then I would answer group 6 question. And then we'll do a debrief. And then we'll take a look at 1.2.1. So tomorrow, Tuesday at 11 a.m., we'll take a break. We'll go to It's Your Turn. We'll look at Design a Game. We'll have a community post and a wrap-up and a little isometric sketching. It's okay to work ahead if you are familiar with this. If this is new to you, you can wait and we will discuss it in class. So it is not a problem at all. We have an isometric sketching resource and we have an online tube. The online tube tool was created just for this class. It's best to do this with pencil and paper if at all possible. And then there's some more information here and a submission item which asks for your isometric sketches from activity 1.2.1. Isometric gives you this nice view here. And then tomorrow we'll be looking at 3D solid modeling. It is okay to go ahead and take a look at this on your own. You should be able to do this with a little background in Fusion 360. If it's brand new to you, do not worry, Bill is going to explain it all tomorrow. So this is a reminder that there's a submission to PD portal. You can always click here to access your forms. You don't have to, but you can. Click on it and take a look. It takes you back to the home page. And in order to locate your forms and submit your forms, you would go to Professional Development and then locate our course, which is 2021 Introduction to Engineering Design. I know mine's far down, so I'm going to scroll. 2021 Introduction to Engineering Design, Resume Track. If you have completed each one of these sections, if I can scroll that slowly, you will see that Introduction to Engineering Design down here, it says registered, and that's where you locate your forms. Click on here. And we're looking for block 1 and block 2. If you click here, it will download. If you click here, it will download. Once it's downloaded, you open it, you fill it in, and you turn it back in. Now I'm going to leave here and take a look at our shared group drive. We have a shared folder in Google Drive. This folder means that anything in here...
I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things.
Hey Google, stop. She's listening to me. In our drive, it means that we have information we're sharing with each other. So you don't want to, you can download this, you can make a copy, but you don't want to delete anything. So we're IED, and you will see this folder. So this is what you will see. If you don't go into any of those folders and you look down here, you'll see some information about getting started. There's the collaboration tool, and there's our PowerPoint from the first day. If you can find, there's 2 things to look at here. One is submission form exemplars. These are completed submission forms done by other teachers so that you can see what we're looking for. It's just examples of what we're looking for. So when you open yours and you're saying, what am I supposed to turn in here? You can read the instructions and then see the pictures and be like, oh, they're looking for my picture. So now they put the same sketch twice, but they did a review. So they did a change from the beginning to the next part. Well, you should show a change. So we have one of those for each one. I have not completed this yet, but I'm close. We have one of these for each one of our submission forms. This is number 2. And it shows you what we're looking for, the small portion of your spreadsheet, and then your isometric sketches, and then your 3D modeling. So when you're ready, you can turn this in. And there's one for each one. If I go back a file, you can also see the submission forms right here, the same ones that you downloaded just a minute ago. I downloaded the whole thing and I put them in here in case you wanted to access them. You just have to make sure that you're looking at the right one. 1, 2, 3, just make sure you're on the correct one. Those are the same forms that you're finding here. Unfortunately, you can't upload, if you look at block 3, I can't upload anything here because I never downloaded it. So even if you're in the Google Drive and you download the form and upload it, you still have to click on it to download once, and then you upload your own form. Remember to put your initials at the end of your file so we know which one is yours. So block 3 JJ or block 2 JJ, that would be mine. I think that's all I had for today. I hope this clears up a little bit. And then access to helpful videos will start to grow and populate as we work our way through. It's in our shared folder, and I will put this one right there. Thank you so much, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.